Be live.
Once it's going live.
Going live.
You're live.
All right. Sorry, that took a little bit longer than expected. Wow, we had baseball practice tonight. We were kind of all over the place. But I am excited about this. I see Anna Enns was in here. Hopefully she comes back. If you're in here, drop me a comment so I know who is watching. I know that there's one person watching at the moment. Just type in a little comment to the right side. Make sure as you're coming in, hit the like button for me so that I get a little bit of credit for it. It is important. My channel, YouTube has an algorithm. The better your channel does on likes and things, the percentage of likes, the more that it wants to, what do you call it? Like promote your videos. So it is important. Hey, Ryan, thanks very much. It is, I'm sure. Anyway, 7 people are watching. I got 3 likes. Thank you very, very much for coming on in. I really appreciate it. Make sure on the right side, you just drop a comment to let me know that you're watching. Hey, Cheryl and Ricky, thanks for stopping by. I am hoping to surpass 500 subscribers tonight, and that is kind of a big deal. That's why I wanted to do this tonight. I am also really excited because the day that I left before Manitoba, I got what I think is a really killer deal on some spoons from Anglers Avenue. I stopped in, I talked to Russell down there. Anglers Avenue is a really great bait shop. It has the absolute best selection for Great Lakes salmon and trout fishing of anywhere. And I got to go in. My friend Todd came in with me, and we were just kind of poking around. And I had no idea, but there were a whole bunch of boxes, and all of them were labeled with like how much stuff was in these boxes and then a dollar amount. So I found a box that said it was either $81 or $88, 81 or 88 spoons. And the price tag was $100. And really that's just slightly over $1 a spoon. And really, if they're still in the package, those spoons are like $7-8 or whatever, but really like there's no difference. The package honestly does not matter. The only thing the packages are good for is like if you go to the store and you pick them up off the shelves, you know exactly what you're getting. This is kind of a grab bag. So I saw those, 81 spoons sitting there, and it's kind of like just a hodgepodge, which is cool to me. It's like a treasure hunt, right? But I think you can't beat that price tag, and I think Russell for doing that. He does that a lot. I think that's consignment. I could be wrong about that, but I'm really pretty positive that's consignment. He also runs a really good table at the Sheboygan swap meet for the Sheboygan area Great Lakes sport fishermen. If you are into hunting and fishing and you live in the state of Wisconsin, honestly, it's worth the drive to come over to Sheboygan for that swap meet. Megan went last year, actually the last 2 years. Yeah. It's phenomenal. You can find anything that you want there. It's I almost shouldn't promote this as much as I am, because the more people that go, the less I can get in on the deals. The busier it is, the harder it is to get stuff. But seriously, if you live in Wisconsin and you hunt or fish, especially fishing, if you fish for anything, this place will have it for pennies on the dollar. It's absolutely ridiculous.
I even got some nice washcloths there.
See, my mom is watching. She signed into my account from her house. I
was wondering, like, how are you commenting on your own video?
Yeah. So if you happen to see me, I will not be typing in replies. If you happen to see that my name pops up, School's Out Fishing, just know that that's my mom.
I thought she was just throwing like a bad insult out there, like your mom.
But I am appreciative of that, Mom. Thanks very much for stopping in. Hey, 760 Bass Fishing, thank you very much for stopping in. I hope you like this live stream. It's not really a support stream, which I've seen a lot of on YouTube. Just kind of like getting back, touching base, kind of telling you what's been going on in my life. Just got back from Manitoba about a week ago, actually, but unbelievable, absolutely ridiculous. I really hope Darren from Darren's Northern Life shows up, because he's a great dude, and I'd really like to promote his channel a little bit. I see there are 8 people watching, and if you are one of the lucky 8, make sure that you head over to Darren's channel, because I would like him to get as much possible recognition as he can. I'm I actually won a photo contest. Meg, you want to pull up the picture in my phone? I won a photo contest. I didn't know that I was entering it. Darren took me to fish these giant catfish on the Red River in Manitoba. Ridiculous. Absolutely sick.
Insane.
Fishing. Unbelievable. You started out catching these moon eyes or gold eyes. He's going to laugh. Gold eyes. Yeah. Gold eyes and moon eyes are almost the same fish, I guess. Like, I don't understand how they are different, but then you cut up the gold eyes and then you put those on a hook for catfish. So it's like you start out with a minnow, you toss the minnow out, a really tiny piece, just a cut up piece of minnow. You throw that hook out, you catch a gold eye this big, you chunk that up into smaller pieces, and you catch like these gigantic catfish. In Manitoba, they have a great program called the Master Angler Program. And a catfish over 34 inches qualifies for the Master Angler Program. So we caught 6 Master Angler catfish that day. And the third one was a whopping 36 and a quarter inches for me. This is the picture that I submitted. And if you go to my Facebook page, you'll see this is my profile picture. If you check me out on Instagram, this is my profile. It's not my profile picture on Instagram, but I did upload it to Instagram. You'll see that. And then I had no idea, but there's a photo contest involved with the Master Angler Program. Every picture that you submit gets to be used for Travel Manitoba promotional things. And it's absolutely insane how cool that is because it drives a lot of traffic. Everybody that I talked to in Manitoba said that, like, whenever we were talking about fishing, they always ask, the first question is always, how did you do? And the second question is always, did you get any masters? Seriously. Like, I don't understand why Wisconsin doesn't have a Master Angler Program, but they need it. They need it bad. Anyway, so I submitted that picture just because you're supposed to submit a picture of the fish to the Master Angler Program. They chose it for their June winner of the Master Angler Program's photo contest, and I won $1,000 gift card to Cabela's. I had no idea I was even entering the contest. I won $1,000 gift card to Cabela's. Canadian, so it's like $720 American, but that's a pretty good prize. And they're going to send me a whole bunch more Hunt Fish Manitoba gear. I'm definitely going back. I'm trying to talk Megan into going back. Hey, Stephen Peterson, I'm really glad that you're here. I was just thinking about you today. You are a loyal friend and true. You check out all of my videos. You watch, you comment, you like them. You've taken me out fishing. That honestly is one of the coolest things about YouTube. I had no idea who you were. You had no idea who I was. And you commented on some of my videos. You won my 100 subscriber giveaway. I think that is really awesome. I so appreciate you, Stephen. Thank you very much for stopping by. Hey, Bass the North, I'm glad you're here. Saw you commented on one of my videos today. I'm really happy about that. Thanks so much for the support.
Yeah, they were there for the last live too.
Yeah, you were here. I think that's how we met, was the last live. I think Darren posted something on his community page. So thank you very much for stopping by, Bass the North. Ontario doesn't have a program like that. I think they hand out citations, which is kind of, it sounds weird because citation is a bad thing, obviously here, but it's a little certificate that says that you caught a master angler fish. Yeah, thanks, 760 Bass Fishing. So I don't want to take up any more of your valuable time. I know you're all busy. But I thought this would be fun. This is not the original box that it came in. It was a much smaller box. But in here, we've got a whole bunch of lures. This is not the same box. Like I said, there was kind of a mishap about the box earlier when I left for Manitoba. What ended up happening was I had to clean some room in my car, and I set my lures on a table in the garage, and they all ended up getting moved from a box to a table. And the box then was tossed. So it's not the same box, but I assure you all of the lures in here are fresh from Anglers Avenue. Somebody didn't want them, maybe wasn't using them, but I'm glad that I was able to stumble upon them. They obviously wanted to take the cash and run. See, 14 people are in here. Thank you very much. Make sure you're dropping a comment. That's going to be on, yeah, that side. Which side? It's going to be on your. It's going to be on your right side, I believe, to drop a comment in there. Hey, Anna E, thank you very much for stopping by. I truly appreciate that. Anna was one of my very first subscribers, so I'm so pumped about that. And she also got me hooked on deer meat for dinner. I have been watching a lot of his videos. She was bugging me all school year. Hey, are you ever going to check out deer meat for dinner? Finally, I did. I've been watching his stuff. It's actually really, really good. So not that I need to plug him. He's got a ton of followers, but that's a ridiculous YouTube channel as well. We'll start things off. Hopefully you don't get bored. The thing is, I just kind of want to show these off. Some of you are interested. Maybe you're just looking for some sort of cheap entertainment on a night like tonight. Be interactive. Ask me questions. I love it. The lures, that's kind of like, it's like a little thing to kind of show you what we're doing. But
I'm just a sideshow.
Yeah. She's here for the great color commentary. She's here like, I get kind of my goal for this is these lures all have names. And most of them I don't know. I'm not really into names. Like if you talk to Russell at Anglers Avenue, he will tell you every single lure's name. He knows them. Like a lot of the guys that fish in Sheboygan are really big on knowing names and like going into places so that they can figure out what they're biting on and whatnot. Like to me, this is a Pro King. I call this the Profoil. I think that actually is the term of it, but I don't know like if it's just called like Orange Profoil or something like that. But what I want to know is, what would you call this thing? Like any of the lures you see, just drop it in there. Tell me what you would call it if you could name the lure. It's kind of fun. Anyway, so that's that one. This one is a Pro King. That's the brand name. I never understood why Pro Kings have the eye toward the hook end. Like it goes through the water like this. So why would the eye be on the back end? Like if it's going this way, wouldn't you think like the head would be traveling first? That doesn't make sense why it would be going. I don't know. I'm wasting a lot of time on that.
The other ones like that too.
Yeah. This is called a all cracked ice. Might be a bit bright back here. Maybe I can lower that.
No, go back the other way.
Back the other way?
Yeah.
I just want this to be a good experience for you as well. Yeah, that looks cool. So that's all cracked ice Pro King. I'm really a big fan of Pro King now because they did me a huge favor.
Trout Slayer.
Yeah, the fish don't care what the name is. I just want to know what you would call it if
I call all that.
Yeah. This is made by NPS. It says on the back. But I've got a lot of these actually in my arsenal. At times they just slay. It's crazy. You don't really see, I don't even see these in packages anywhere anymore, but it's a really, really great lure. This is a stinger. Purple and yellow. What would you call that one? I know it has a name. What would you decide to call it?
Something Slayer.
Something Slayer? Like
it's really gnarly.
Okay, so maybe like
the gnarly Slayer.
It's purple and yellow, maybe something like the Vikings or something like so. I don't know.
The Purple Haze Slayer, yeah.
Purple Rain. Ooh, Purple Rain. Hey, Bob Parteka. Oh boy. Thanks for stopping by. I don't recall seeing you in a stream before, but I'm really, really great. I'm really, really glad that you're here. If you haven't yet, subscribe. That'd be really great. We met on the rocks at the the musky fisherman. Yes. Thank you very much for stopping by. I really appreciate that. I don't know. Maybe I don't have the notifications on for you, or maybe you haven't posted a video in a while, but I definitely need to go back to your channel because those musky videos were sick.
Like
all right.
6 eyes.
Six eyes. Yeah. Let's see. This is another Pro King. That's not foil. That's just multicolored. So
ooh, I like it.
Yeah. what do you call that? Like
Megan's
that
lure,
reminds
the one
me,
I'm gonna always ask to use no matter what we're fishing.
This reminds me of one of those like suckers you get as a kid, like those rocket pops. So I guess that's what I call it, the rocket pop. Don't you think?
No, the push pop, like a push pop.
Fish pop?
Sherbert pop.
All right.
Sherbert lure. That's what I'm
Crippled perch. Ooh, like it. Hey, Joe Walcott, thank you very, very much. Cheap sunglasses, he thinks.
Oh, yeah, that's a good
one. Joe Walcott was a captain in Sheboygan. He sold his boat, and now that boat is called the Salmon. Thank you very much for stopping by, Joe. I'm really, really glad that you're here.
Are you handing it to me?
Yeah, you can take a look at that. What would you call that? This way.
The Tequila Sunrise.
Tequila Sunrise?
Yeah.
Take a look. So you got the Tequila Sunrise there. This one, I think, is like a dolphin of some kind. Like, salmon fishermen are really going to crush me on this, like not knowing the names. Like, I know it has a name, and I'm not big on it. Like, don't get me wrong. Like, I can hold my own when it comes to salmon fishing. Like, in fact, like, to be honest, I do pretty well when it comes to salmon. But I'm not going to know their names. I just use them. I just run them. That's definitely I would call it a dolphin style spoon or print spoon. Joe, if you know for sure the names of these, let me know. Unless you're just throwing out like cool names for them, because I'm interested in that too, but I'm not exactly sure what the real names of them are. Hey, Duncan. Yeah, Wonder Bread is a great color. I did not, as I was looking through this grab bag of stuff, I didn't see any Wonder Bread pattern, but it might be in here. I'm not sure. This spoon, oh boy, I think that's a Dreamweaver spoon, and I'm pretty sure I bought some spoons very, very similar to that from Hoodwinked in Sheboygan. His name is Stephen Roach. Everybody knows him in Sheboygan as Hoodwinked. Really, really great fisherman. I have not talked to him much, but it's pretty much understood that he's a fantastic salmon fisherman. That is a stinger with a little bit of foil on there. Just pretty cool looking spoon. I can't wait to run it, but have not been able to yet. Here's another one of those NPS spoons. What do you think of this one, Meg? What do you think would bite that?
Coho.
Yeah, I would say coho. Rainbow trout.
Wow, I was right.
Rainbow trout would bite that for sure. If you're fishing around the harbor, king would eat that for sure. Here is, oh boy, I think that's a moonshine maybe, but it's glow on the front and on the back.
Apple pie?
Apple pie.
Apple pie moonshine.
Blueberry pie, I would say.
Moonshine.
Oh, moonshine. Oh, yeah. I see. That's what, yeah.
You picking up what I'm laying down now?
Yeah. I got you now. Yeah, the moon, like
moonshine.
Yeah. All right, let's not get on that. We're talking too much.
That's a different channel.
We should run through these. Yeah. Anyway, we got green muffin, I think. Green muffin or green Easter egg. Sometimes I know the orange one of these is a Easter egg. But really that spoon used to do really well for me. I don't know why. It's really run cold. I don't understand how that can be in salmon fishing. Like, they're so good for a while and they just die out.
All I think of is Jamaica, because it's like reddish pink and then green and then yellow. It's kind of hard to see with that light, but
makes a lot of sense. Thanks for sticking around, the 10 of you that are in the chat. Really appreciate that. If you haven't yet, click that like button.
Watermelon,
this thing, this thing is interesting as well. Green and yellow. Sometimes there's a bit too much glare, I think.
Yeah. Why don't you tilt the light down a touch?
Is that still good? I think that's still good.
We're fine. Yeah, see? Okay. That's not bad. You get it.
Yeah. All right. And then this blue, that's kind of like a purplish on the top. Some black dots, some pink. So,
cotton candy.
Next thing I want to know is, where have you been fishing lately? I know Steven texted me. He said he was up on the bay. I think, what was it? He said he got some bass. But last time you were out fishing, I want you to drop that in the comments. What was it that you got? What were you targeting? I'm kind of a fisherman. I like to just go out and see whatever bites. That's kind of fun too sometimes. Anyway, here's a white stinger. It's like a cracked ice, and then it's got like a cracked ice, like that killer sticker, like the Natural Born Killer A lot of people I talk to say, hey, that kind of looks like a Christmas tree. But that's, yeah, the blue one of these, the green one with the black and the white like that, that's the natural born killer. I'm sure there's like white killer or something like that. That's probably the name of it. Got another one. This is all just white with that cracked ice.
So I just have a quick question
Yeah.
because I don't know. Because this like stripe on this one is the same color as the background. Like, how does a fish perceive that? Like,
well,
it looks the same to me.
That's a great question. Fishing lures are not made to catch fish. They are made to catch fishermen. So somebody's going to look at that. They're going to be like, oh, look how cool that looks. Like, they're going to buy it, right? A bait company knows that if the bait doesn't catch fish, it's not going to sell. Like, eventually it's going to run out. It's not going to be able to sell that pattern anymore. Mm-hmm. But they're always trying things like, you know what I mean? Like, if they had
let's put the same pattern on the same pattern.
Had they made that whole thing white, who knows? It might catch as many fish as if it had that tape on there. But the main thing is a bait company has to catch the eye of the fisherman first before it catches the eye of the fish. Yeah. So, too small, perch a sheephead. Yeah, Ryan Bertram got out also. Yeah. So you've actually been off Algoma, huh? That's interesting. What were you doing up there, man? Like, why not out of Sheboygan? You were telling me about fishing with the handicap, Stephen. That's a very honorable thing, and I'm glad you do that. That's really great. I'm sure they really appreciate that too. It's a Stinger spoon, black, kind of some shimmery foil on there.
Oh, Nevaeh is such a pretty name. I love
nice.
It.
Shays Lake. Was it big? How many inches would you say it was? I love pike. They're like I don't know why I have such a thing for pike, but I don't know.
29.
I think I'd rather go.
Wow.
Whoa, that's
awesome.
Huge, especially for Shays Lake. All right, white. Tell Nevaeh I say hello. Hopefully she's having a great summer. She is leaving the elementary school next year. I guess she's already left. Yeah, she's going to.
Oh, that's so exciting.
Going to the middle school. Yeah. Black. That's kind of the same one as before. So I guess we're loading up on those. I know there are some copies. I'm going to try not to spend so much time on those.
Oh, yeah, that sounds kind of Halloween-y.
I want to know what that one would be called. What do you think that one would be called? Welcome very much. I see a few more people in here. Hey, DMV Whisker King. Nice to see you. Thanks for stopping by. What do you think that is? What would you call that?
Hold on. Let me see. What would I call that? I don't know. Coral reef.
Oh, love it. Love it, love it, love it. So anyway,
I like to name mine after drinks. Tequila Sunrise and the Coral Reef.
That's a drink?
Yeah.
I don't drink enough. Anyway.
Uncultured.
Orange and Glow Pro King. Gosh.
Oh, chicken pox.
That looks old. That looks old. Oh, chicken pox. That's the real name of it, huh, Ryan?
I'm sticking with Carl.
Ryan would actually know names. He's really good at that. We used to fish together a lot. We used to be teammates, actually. He would be really good at naming the names. Like, I just remember one day, Graybeard, like that was the ticket. Remember that, Ryan? That was the Coho Derby, a blue and cracked ice. Like, it's weird because I'll come across these things, like, you don't see these for sale very much. Pro Kings really, to me anyway, don't go up for sale much because they're just like a standard tried and true, like they never die. Like they always will do well for some reason. But this one, I know I was using in the harbor one morning, my first year working for Sea Dog. It just crushed them, and I couldn't believe it. Like, just this one lure, that's like all they wanted that day. And you kind of like hold on to these memories, and it's very unusual. You don't know why a lure kind of like holds a special spot in your heart.
Aww.
It's it's a little sentimental, I guess you could say. Anyway. We're losing people here. We're only at 12 watchers here. Would they work for Northern? Yes, they definitely would. The problem with using this kind of bait for Northern is that they're very thin and they don't cast very far, so they're really light. So that's kind of the problem, but they're really good at trolling. Thank you very much for stopping in, Andrew. I know you're a loyal friend and true as well, and I really appreciate that. I'm glad that you comment on all my videos. It really, really excites me, and I'm glad that we've at least connected through YouTube. We got to get out fishing, especially I want to get at those quillbacks. Man, I never caught a quillback, and you were just tearing them up. That would be my for sure thing. Like that would really excite me to go and catch a quillback, and you were just nailing them. That looks like one of those black ones, only it's yellow on the top. This is a sick little spoon. Look at that light blue.
Ooh,
isn't that beautiful?
it is.
Light blue, dark blue, cracked ice, ladderback. These things here that run down the middle of the spoon, those are called ladders, ladderback. And again, it's got that eye. That big eye on the hook end of the spoon is the kind of like the trademark of the Pro King. And again, I'm going to shout out Pro King as much as I can. They did me a real solid just recently. I'm really happy about that.
So obviously these are intended to like simulate fish, but some of them have eyes and some of them don't. Is there a benefit to that?
Some have eyes. Well,
yeah.
Again, the ones that'll have eyes are going to be your Pro Kings. That's I don't know why. It just kind of became their trademark, I guess. Stingers are known for being really flat, really light lures. They have a much different wobble than a Pro King. And then you got like your Northport, which are a really heavy spoon, and that's going to have a way different action too. And it's all like none of these is any better than any other. Like on a particular day, one of these spoons is going to do better than any other. Really great questions. This is a goofy spoon. Look at that. Like it's got this bluish greenish, like on a mallard's head, like a iridescent on the top, and then it's got that blue spotted stuff down the middle of that squiggle tape.
Kind of like a mixture between these two.
Yeah, a little bit. Make sure you're holding.
Because the top is that cracked ice, and then half
blue rippler
glossy,
crippler.
And then it's got like this diagonal wiggly line, like my layman's terms for your fishing lures.
Yeah. Thanks for stopping by. I don't expect everybody to stay the whole time. That's fine. Some people will be popping in and out here and there, but I'm really appreciative to everybody who's sticking around. We have 8 people in the chat at the moment. Talk to one another too. It's a good way to not only meet other channels, meet other people who are interested in fishing. This guy is a big Pro King Pro-Foil spoon. This thing 2 years ago was crushing fish, like crushing big kings.
Why? Myself.
Andy or Andrew, I'm pretty sure you go by Andrew all the time. The deal with swivels is if you are casting something like a spoon, something that rotates, you always want to use a swivel so that your line doesn't twist up. Line twist isn't a good thing because then it will affect the action of your lure. I'm actually going to do a video on swivels coming up very, very shortly. Things that wobble back and forth like this that don't make a full rotation, you can run without a swivel. That's fine. The other thing that I really like swivels for is that it's an easy, like almost all, well, the reason you'd have a swivel on there is because it'll also have a snap, and you can easily change out from one lure to another. You don't have to cut the line and then retie it. So you want to have a swivel for that reason as well. But it's not necessary if you're running something like a Rapala that's only doing the back and forth motion. Looks like DMV Whisker King. The orange and yellow is sweet. Yeah. All right. Thanks for sticking around, DMV. All right. What's up? Yeah.
I keep playing with them.
These are like
me.
So.
They're fresh.
Look at like I used to actually use all of these lures, like these types of lures, as decorations in my house. Like it was, I thought it looked pretty cool. And,
they do. They look awesome.
Yeah,
they're pretty.
I had a mounted lake trout, and hung up everything on the wall. Like all these spoons were kind of all around it. Made a really sick wall, kind of like my man cave.
That kind of sounds bad. Like you'll have that again.
Yeah.
You'll have it again. It's in storage right now.
Everything's in storage.
Till we buy a house. Once we buy a house, it'll be proudly displayed again.
I just sold my house. I don't really want to stress about buying another house at the moment. Summertime and the living's easy. Anyway, that's horrible. Anyway, so I know the name of this one. I'm excited about this. Sorry about all the jangling. Hopefully nobody disliked the video because of that business right there. But I did see we've got a new like. We got 2 new likes. 2 people just came in and smashed the thumbs up.
See, look, you're bringing people in because you're singing. Sing more.
People don't know that before they get here, right? They have no idea. So that's the Bloody Nose. That's aptly named, right? It's called the Bloody something else as well, but we're not even going to go there.
Hi, Sarah.
Yeah, hi. Oh, she logged in. Who would have guessed? All right.
Darren's here. Hi, Darren.
Darren's here? Darren's here! Hey, everybody! Darren's here!
He's driving.
Oh, well, check out Darren's Northern Life. He's maybe not going to be commenting. Darren, don't comment much because you got to stay safe.
We've already given you your proper shout out.
Yeah, we gave you a shout out at the very beginning. I was hoping you were going to be here, but like seriously, Darren is not only a great fisherman, he is a great host. He is a great guy. He's the Darren. Yeah. Megan might be a little bit jealous of him because I've been talking so highly of him, but we want to go up there and visit Darren in the wintertime. We want to get on Clearwater Lake and just pound some big lake trout. Like, I had to follow. Okay, so I had a lake trout follow my lure. I swear this lake trout was like this long. Like seriously, like easily over 30 inches. Like
he's not gonna do that.
Just crazy. Just crazy.
You know that.
Yeah. Sorry, Mom. My mom is Sarah, if everybody wants to know. Anyway, so
did you show this one? I kind of hogged it.
Yeah, it's an orange.
It's pretty. It's like I wouldn't say it's orange. It's almost like a coral. It's more orange for sure. But like when you hold it up to a certain light, it's corally.
Yeah.
Stop it.
What?
It's coral.
Okay, so one thing is I don't.
Coral.
Yeah. I do have a bit of an issue with colors. Like I'm not 100% like. I don't even know what the deal is. Why? Like I just know I don't do well on those color tests. That's pretty much all I know. Anyway, this is orange, and we had one of those already. I'm just gonna set that aside.
Don't throw them at me.
Looks like I grabbed a handful of all like the same.
Coral. This one's coral. It's orange in a certain light, but it's definitely like a pink coral.
I think this was one of those Dreamweaver ones. Like I said, I got a few of these types of spoons from Hoodwinked. His name is Steven. He fishes a lot in Sheboygan. He's a really good salmon fisherman. I don't know if I have any Wonder Bread ones, but I do at home. Like I definitely have Wonder Bread in my arsenal. The reason it's called Wonder Bread is it's white, green, blue, pink, all like on the white background. So it looks like a bag of Wonder Bread. It's a great pattern. Very common pattern, a really common name for people to know who salmon fish. And then like, oddly enough, like look at all these. I kind of separated these, left them all like, look at all these different lures. They're all exactly the same. Whoops. This one's obviously different. Turn it. That one's obviously different, but all the rest of these, like, and there's more. But wait, there's more.
There's a lot more.
You know who that is? But wait, there's more.
Sure I do.
Who was that guy?
The guy with the face.
Billy Mays here.
Oh yeah,
with OxyClean.
Billy Mays here.
Billy Mays here for OxyClean.
What
did he always say?
David Lutzy here with all your fishing lure needs.
Yeah, there was yeah. Oxygen, the power of oxygen. He's no longer with us. He sadly passed. I don't know. He's gone a while now.
Man, the infomercial king.
He was. And that beard was epic. Like seriously,
there's a lot of spoofs on some of his infomercials that are actually pretty funny. People should check those out too.
Yeah. Oh, for sure. Hey, True North Angler. Lake Ontario. I'm assuming. Yeah. Of course. That's where your videos are. So, Vincent Garzone. Awesome, dude. Thanks for stopping by. Oh, you're a 7-year-old girl. Well,
still a dude.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Yeah.
I get called dude. It's fun to be called dude.
It's very interesting that you're stopping by. I'm kind of curious how you ended up here. No biggie. Just kind of curious. Well, hey, I'm just like, how do you just stumble across this? Anyway,
maybe they like fishing. Maybe she likes fishing.
Yeah, I hit the subscribe button. Anyway, here is pink and orange. I think I have one just like this, oddly enough. I've run it. I've never caught a fish on it. It looks like it would be a rainbow slayer. Stinger. These are very similar, but not the same. Similar, not the same. That's a thing too, I think. That's like a saying that people say.
What I want to know is if people prefer specific colors, because I do. I know my eye always goes to specific colored lures when David's like, hey, pick one out. And I'm like, okay, blue.
This is like green, white, and then it's got that shimmer tape. What would you call that? Like what kind of lure? What would you call that lure?
I don't know.
Really? I just have to go to the room.
You're being good, Landon. You're being nice and quiet.
Not really.
Good job, buddy. He had baseball night. He was slamming home runs.
Oh my gosh.
Ridiculous. He's 6, so I mean,
I'll be right back.
it's not. I mean, props. Home runs are home runs, but
Slamming them.
yeah, he was slamming them. Yeah. Also, Darren, since I do see you in here, I did rep the Hunt Fish MB. Told him about the contest. Told him about what an awesome fisherman you are. This is a big old spoon. That's a monster-sized spoon. Can't see me actually running this ever, just because, like, as I'm going through my tackle box, I'm not gonna pick it up. I'm like, oh, that's too big. Like, it's really not too big. Like, a salmon would eat this. I guarantee you a salmon would eat this. However, it's got a larger profile than I usually run. So I don't know if anybody else in here is like that. Like, you're like, it's like not really the style that I go to. So unfortunately, like, this is going to make a great decoration, but it's going to sit in my tackle box or sit like on my wall at home, and I'll probably never run it. The other thing is, here's a really cool thing, because I'm pretty sure I'm going to hit 500 subscribers tonight. I could do a lure giveaway as 500 subscribers.
That's a good idea.
That's actually exactly what I'm going to do. So if you're watching and somehow you're not subscribed, make sure that you subscribe, because you're going to have a better chance at the giveaway of lures. I'm not exactly sure. I haven't hashed everything out in my head yet, but I will be doing a giveaway for hitting 500 subscribers. I want to involve Facebook as well, because sometimes I can get traffic driven to my page through Facebook. So we'll have to see how that goes, but I'm definitely going to be doing a giveaway just as a thank you to my first loyal 500, right? Like, it seriously helps a lot to be subscribed to the page, because the great Patrick Kelmerton has told me nothing draws a crowd like a crowd, right? Like, if people are around, more people will want to join. It's it's just a common thing, right?
Yeah,
popularity gains more popularity. Not that I need to be popular. I'm just having a lot of fun with this, and I enjoy kind of being able to show people my craft.
Yeah.
All right.
He likes it a lot, guys.
Yeah.
Makes my life easier too. So if you like me.
Sometimes sometimes you get, I'm gone for a while, and that's hard. No, it's hard on a person not like see their person for a while. It's
their person.
Yeah. I know it's hard.
You really are my person.
So here's like a super glow with like a shimmery front on there. Thank you very much for everybody sticking around as long as you have. It's really great that you're around this long. I know this is super long. I didn't really intend for it to be this long.
It's okay.
But I'm really glad that you're here. And as long as somebody is sticking around watching me, that's awesome. Like, as long as you want to be here, I'll be here for you. You want to talk? You know, you want to
Maybe
get
we'll
some.
give you a show tune
Yeah,
there.
you want to get something off your chest. You want to share that with everybody. You know, you need some
different
you know, a
channel.
little pat
Different
on
channel.
the back.
Different
Hey.
channel. I'm just
I'm
kidding.
here for
Same
you.
channel. Same channel. We're here
I'm
for you
here
always.
for you. Let me know. Dave will make it better.
Focus.
Oh, sorry.
Wow. Dave will make it better.
Anyway, orange. And that's like a gold, like not really a Mountain Dew, but like has that shimmeriness to it.
I have another question.
Yeah.
Does the backside have anything to do with this?
Yeah. Oh, yeah, for sure.
Because it's kind of dotty and reflective and pretty. Disco ball-y.
Yeah. Really make sure you get that up there nice so that everybody can see it.
That's a good shot.
Yeah. So every little reflective edge on there is going to be another glint in the water, you know, especially as the sun hits off of it. It sends another little shimmer and sparkle, and that'll attract a fish.
Well, and not all of them have it. Like even this one is just flat. Like if there's a thing on the back that says stinger.
So that one's just absolutely flat. Stingers can have hammered patterns.
Oh, hammered. That's a good
yeah,
name.
and then this one that you just held up is flat. But Pro Kings are really well known. They either have this, which is I believe the original tape. And then some of them have kind of like scaly looking things, which would be the new type. Yeah, that's the hammered style spoon. If I got a Pro King.
And you can feel some of them. So some of them are like embossed where others are just the tape.
Yeah. So this must not be, I was told by Troy Van Ness, he's another first mate in town, that the ones with the scales are the originals. This must be a new one. But anyway, this is a Pro King also. It's Green Glow. It's actually now got a new name thanks to me. I sent in an email to Pro King. I'm excited about that. But they changed the name to John's Favorite Bait in honor of the great John Rappoon, the big John himself. Excited about that. This is, oh boy, I think that's not a Northport, a Northland or Northport or something. Forgive me for the names, you know, but it's a great spoon. Or no, that's one of those Dreamweaver ones. Yeah, both of these are those type of Dreamweaver. Look at those hooks, how nasty they are. I would call that, you know what I call that? If you don't know what I call that.
The Packer Shuffler.
Shuffler?
I don't know.
I just call it the Packer bait. That's what I would call it. Does the deeply textured hammered spoons fish flash more, or do they actually displace water? That's a great question. So this particular, that's the real name for it. But yeah, it's a little bit darker green. Yeah, you're right. And my computer does not show it as well as what it is. This is actually really dark green on the top and dark green on the bottom. But yeah, I think most people would call that monkey puke. You're right about that. This is, so Andrew was asking about like the hammered stuff on the back. It will affect it, obviously. Like this, sorry, what's that? Stink pickle. Nice, Bob. Yeah. This is a really thick spoon. So yes, it will displace more in the water. It'll have like a slower wobble because of that. I don't necessarily know if that, like, obviously, like what you can see right now, a fish can somewhat see under the water, right? So like you'll see that glimmering of that, and it does create a different effect than if that was flat, no doubt. So just something to take into consideration if you're fishing. I mean, the thing is, like, will it matter? Some days it will, some days it won't. But here's the thing. If you're noticing that you're getting bit on this, it might not be the color here. It might be that, you know, it's got a different kind of back, you know. The great Stan Caldwell, who's a really great guy, and I hope he shows up at, you know, in one of my videos someday. He told me one time, Dave, you got to have the loud spoons with the loud, he said, the loud pattern spoons with the bronze backs. So he knew that, like, he noticed that all of his fish were coming on the stingers with the bronze on the back. Like, it didn't matter what color the front was, but the back had to be bronze. Otherwise, he wasn't running it because he was noticing that all of his fish were being caught on the ones with bronze on the back. ridiculous, right? So, oh, True North Angler. You're going to be happy. This is a really faded Wonder Bread spoon. Really faded Wonder Bread, but still Wonder Bread. See why that's called Wonder Bread?
It's wonderful. See, it's almost got more of a cotton candy looking one, but I see the faint yellow. Yeah, it's very faded.
Oh, glad you guys are interacting. Ryan,
We still have a pretty decent following.
Ryan
too. Like
with
there's
Bob,
still 9 people watching.
Yeah, and
you
they've
guys rock.
been coming and going. I really
Been
appreciate
45 minutes.
Yeah.
We're entertaining.
Yeah, UV. So UV is going to reflect different also. Like some lures have UV tape. Like this, that's a perfect thing to touch on, Ryan. I appreciate you mentioning that. So that's UV tape. It's going to reflect the sunlight in a lot different way than like some of these painted ones. I don't think I even showed this spoon all that much. That's like I don't know if that's like a crab face, if that's what that's called. It is a moonshine lure. Again, I don't typically buy these spoons a lot, so I'm not familiar with the names. And usually when I do buy spoons, they're not in a package, so I don't ever end up learning the names.
You know what that one actually shows is the eye on the other side too.
Yeah, and I think moonshines are.
Oh, and this one does too.
Yeah, moonshines are more known for that rather than Pro King. Pro Kings always have the eye on the hook side. And you know what? I've taken those hooks off. I've put them on the other side, and it doesn't matter. It's just part of their branding, I guess. Everything has a brand. Like if you go to a Packer game, you're going to expect to see a whole bunch of those G logos. Like Pro King doesn't have a logo. Their spoons are their logo, and all of their spoons have that eye on the hook side. So it's their way of branding things.
I like seeing a leaf when you go to Canada.
Yeah, I mean, you're gonna have
there's leaves everywhere.
Maple leaf. Manitoba, Canada's heart beats. That's their slogan.
Wow,
that's their branding. That's their branding. Oh, if you haven't seen a Travel Manitoba commercial, you just have to watch because like it'll like stop your heart just how cool their commercials are. Like, you know, Pure Michigan has the Pure Michigan. You know, Michigan has a Pure Michigan
who's
commercials.
the guy that does them?
I've never heard a Wisconsin commercial, and the ones that I have heard are really, really lame. Tim Allen does the Pure Michigan commercials. But anyway, I would highly recommend anyone to go just search in YouTube, search a Travel Manitoba commercial. There's a guy with a super deep voice. There's always some great scenery, and it says Manitoba, Canada's heart beats. Best travel commercials with South Dakota. Hey, I haven't checked them out, but I'm going to. Isn't that weird how we're talking about like searching out commercials? Like
we were in an Allstate commercial once, like Sheboygan, Wisconsin.
Yeah,
that Allstate guy.
Here's another one of those. That spoon is going to be given away. Same as this spoon. I'm going to be giving these away because I just have so many of them. Like even if I lost 50,
stop there right now.
I'd have enough. Like seriously, what's the deal with these spoons? Where are they all coming from? And why are they all clumped together?
Because David, you bought them.
Somebody would have been looking through that box. I'm getting to the end of the box, which kind of is like a little bit sad to me because I'm really having a fun time talking to everybody, especially the people asking like.
Wait, this one's got like a diamond, like.
Yeah, so that's a Diamond King.
Okay.
Yeah, see the name on there?
Yeah.
Hold it up. Maybe
see, there's like
it says Diamond King.
right here that actually comes out,
backwards.
And then. Diamond King.
Yeah.
Nice close up of my finger there as well.
But yeah, hey Keegan, thanks for stopping in, man. I hope you've been having a great salmon season. Keegan is a charter captain up in Kewaunee, and I know he fishes the Door County Peninsula as well as Washington Island. If anyone wants to go salmon fishing on Lake Michigan, because you're here, Keegan, I'm definitely going to be repping you. You got Troubleshooter Charters out of Kewaunee and that general area. Search him on Facebook, like his page. You'll see he posts reports and stuff on there. Definitely make sure to check that out. I appreciate Keegan stopping by.
I'm hooked. I stuck around and I got hooked.
Steven, any of these spoons will catch a northern, kind of as we found out that day we were fishing Mendota, will literally eat anything. I seriously think if I honestly think that sticks floating down the water get eaten by northern pike thinking there's something, right? Like I guarantee you northern pike eat sticks a lot
We always
throughout their
cut open
life.
their bellies
Yeah.
when we get them just to see what they.
Yeah, I love it.
see what
Like
they eat.
it's
frogs.
they're
It's
so
probably normal.
they're such a ferocious eater that they're always going to be just like piling themselves full of food. Really, all these spoons will work, but again, as Andrew asked before, like, will they work? They're really hard to cast. If you were to troll these spoons, they'd be deadly for pike. But
Algoma Hardware.
yeah,
you should go.
I have been to Algoma Hardware. Yeah, and no offense to Algoma Hardware, I don't know anybody who works there. It's a really great shop because they've got such a variety, but it's disorganized. That's not a bad thing. But there will literally be a pile of stuff like sitting in the middle of an aisle that you have to walk around to find more stuff. I love it because that's more of a treasure hunt again, but like it's not for everybody. You know what I'm saying? Like don't expect like a really super clean shop. I mean, I don't know how, I don't remember if it, the cleanliness of it. I just know there was like stuff everywhere. Like to me, that's really cool. Like, yeah, I think for fishermen, they love that stuff. They've organized a lot. That's good to know, Ryan. Thank you very much. I definitely don't want to bash anybody, especially since I haven't been there in a while. And I'm not like that. Seriously, wasn't a bash. It just so happens that the last time I was in there, just like stuff like.
Well, some people like to know that stuff too.
Yeah, some people would say chock full even of stuff. That's another great question, Andrew, about replacing the single hooks with the treble hooks. I usually run a single hook until I lose like 2 fish in a row on it, and then I just get mad and I put on a treble hook. However, if I have a treble hook on already and I lose 2 fish, I don't think twice about it. So it's kind of weird. I don't necessarily think there's a better one way or the other. I know some people are going to disagree with me for sure. They're only going to run treble hooks. But the nice thing about a single hook is that the fish can rarely get leverage. And that's a big thing, right? You got to think as this salmon is moving through the water, it's chomping, it gets hooked like this. It's got nothing to pry against. Whereas if it's got this treble, it's chomping on here. If it moves and moves and moves and moves enough, it can pry. It can use these other hooks to pry on. So that's something to think about. Keegan, I'd like you to jump in here. Ryan, I'd like you to jump in here. You guys are Great Lakes fishermen. True North Angler, I'm guessing you probably know something on the matter as well. That's why I absolutely love this forum.
That's kind of good.
Yeah, this is, I want to know your opinions on it. Honestly, I guess I would prefer trebles just because like I get so mad so easily at the single hooks if I drop a fish. Like you'll drop fish. It's just the name of the game.
Being uncultured, it just seems as a probability thing that having 3 hooks is better than 1.
Yeah. Thanks for commenting that, Keegan, because I kind of agree with you. I haven't seen a difference, although I do get frustrated at the single hooks far faster than I get frustrated at the trebles. It's just something that I'm sure many people are kind of the same way. Anyway, Sing is dark green, kind of yellowish, kind of whitish with pink there. Hopefully I'm kind of keeping up with the chat. Glad you're back, Darren. Really glad you're back. I'm just going to make sure that I didn't miss anything. It's your preference. Oh, you also asked that. Anyway. Yes, at the same time. Okay. So
what even just was that?
I got a spoon hooked in my hand and I flipped it like across the room.
I just saw something fly.
Yeah. Another one that was kind of similar there. These were these N. Most of them are stamped. A lot of them are stamped. I remember one year just crushing them on this type of lure. I'm really glad that I found this at Anglers Avenue because those things were great. Yeah. Caught another master angler, Fairford. Would that be a carp, a sheephead? I'm guessing carp or a sheephead, Darren. not that I'm sure you can catch all sorts of species there, but that's what was in the river when we were there.
Darren, you're gonna make him want to leave me again. Stop it.
We got this little funny guy. That's an old one. Ryan knows the brand of that. These are very common. We drop it in there. Keegan knows it too.
Carp.
It's slipping
Darren
me at the
says
moment.
it was a carp.
Nice job, Darren. Dude, people have been slamming carp in Sheboygan too. I'm going to be giving this spoon away for my 500 subscriber giveaway. Again, if you are here and you're not subscribed, make sure that you get yourself subscribed, because then you get entered for the chance to win a spoon package of some sort. I'm going to be giving some number of spoons away. Details to come in a very close and upcoming video. Maybe my next video might be, 1 or 2 down the line, but details for a giveaway are coming. I promise you I'll get some spoons shipped out to a lucky winner.
Darren, ice fishing is my forte, okay? Like, that's my master.
Yeah, we talked just recently about going up to Clearwater Lake because we have to get on those lake trout. It's just...
Did you show him the video of Landon ice fishing?
Like
that wicked viral video that you took.
Oh, that one, yeah. I had a video of Landon that went viral a year and a half ago. That was really cool.
Pulling some northern through the ice.
Yeah, it's actually, oddly enough, it's on my school channel. That was the only way I could upload it at the time. I didn't even I didn't even want to get really all that involved. It's 30 seconds long. It was filmed vertically, not horizontally. So not that that's neither here nor there, but it was basically a Snapchat that was saved and then uploaded to Facebook, but it's on my YouTube channel. My channel is just David Litzy.
We can put it on here.
Yeah, I'm sure I can just upload it. If
anybody's really all that interested, but it was a good video. It was awesome.
Yeah. Yeah, Megan is excited about coming up. Hopefully that'll work out during spring break. That's, from what I hear, that's kind of the best time to target big lake trout on Clearwater Lake. Seriously, Clearwater Lake could possibly be the best lake trout fishing anywhere. Like, it's people say that's definitely a possibility. That'd
I like
be an
Michigan.
Interesting idea.
That was our first trip.
We'll take Ryan's boat.
We went on together.
Thing that I really like about Ryan is he always suggests these things. Like, he'll make a million suggestions, right? And we'll do a very small percent. He suggests so many things that it's impossible to actually do everything that he suggests. Carp consider. Yeah, so I'm glad you're talking to Darren, Andrew.
Europe.
But yeah, it's weird. Darren kind of told me they're really sought after, and I think a lot of it has to do with the Master Angler program, because people get out fishing, they want to get big fish to fill up their specialist for carp or something. They fish for carp. They fish for suckers because they can get you points for the Master Angler program. It's really a fantastic thing. I love fishing for rough fish, and they really get a bum rap. Sheephead also. Like, nobody ever wants to fish for them because they are considered trash fish. I think mainly because when you're fishing for walleyes, you hook into a lot of sheephead, and they kind of get in the way. And unfortunately, a lot of people here in Wisconsin will cut the gills on sheephead and just throw them back because they just leave them to die. And I really don't.
Why did you say that? It makes me sad.
That's what they do here in Wisconsin.
As I cut up fish and stuff myself.
I will be. I'm happy to report I've never just thrown a dead fish back into the water, knowing that I'm leaving it to die. A time or two when I was fishing suckers, we would kind of leave them for fertilizer on the banks and stuff, just because there are so darn many suckers. They do make good fertilizer for rose bushes, but I don't go out and catch and release fish. I safely return my sheephead back into the water. They're a fantastic game fish, actually.
They're fun to catch.
Yeah. And when you are in North Carolina, you're in Florida, you're in Alabama, red drum is like the game fish down there. And a red drum and a freshwater drum are so very similar. Actually, black drum and freshwater drum, and the freshwater drum being the sheephead that we call them. Black drum and sheephead are basically the exact same thing. They like, if you had a black drum swimming around in fresh water and somebody caught it, they'd be like, "Whoa, sheephead!" Like they look that similar, I think, anyway. But people don't really appreciate the sheephead for some reason. Thanks for commenting that, Darren. It is important to let everybody know what a great program that is. I actually contacted the DNR yesterday about maybe starting a master angler program in Wisconsin. That's how much I really, really, really enjoyed their program up there. Just making sure I didn't miss anything here. Yeah, Andrew, thanks for commenting on the circle hooks. I always, this is, take it for what it's worth. I don't catfish much, but when I do catfish, I definitely use circle hooks. It's great to be a part of. Let's see. If Bob Parteka is still in here, I just wanted to make sure everybody knows who he is. Bob, if you would just put your title. I know you're I think you're the president of the Green Bay chapter of Muskies Inc. Thanks for, glad you're still here.
VP of Titletown Muskies.
Oh, okay, great. Thank you very much for popping that position in here. I would love to fish with you sometime. I don't know if you're open to that, but I definitely would be. I would be open to it. I would love to get out fishing with you. You're a true master of your craft. I think it would be just a blast. If you're up for it, send a comment somewhere. You can also check out my Facebook page. I just made it. It's called Schools Out Fishing. If you haven't already liked that page, make sure you head there and do that. Maybe open up another tab and get that on over there, because I would love to see you there as well.
Careful, Bob.
Some big girls.
I'm just kidding.
It reminds me of a quote. I'm not even going to go there, but anyway.
Good idea.
Yeah. You got to love a big girl, right? You got to. Yeah. Generally, female fish are the largest. I mean, it's true. Thicker than a bowl of oatmeal.
All right.
That's the kind of fish that you want. Yeah. Anyway. Yeah. Oh yeah.
I've never caught a muskie. I have a lot of fish that I have yet to catch, and I blame you for it.
Yeah. Hey, here's another connection. Darren and Bob, maybe you two are interested in meeting up sometime. My Bob, if you don't know, Darren is my lake trout slaying homie up in Manitoba. He's got your connections up in that neck of the woods. He's a guide for. He does a little bit of fish guiding, but he really does a lot of hunting guiding. He's going a lot for sheep up in the Yukon this fall. He does a lot of bear guiding, I believe, in Manitoba.
Bear, that'd be so
fun.
Terrifyingly fun.
I think he's trying to get into deer guiding, if I remember right, dude. Like, we talked about so much stuff, and it honestly, it was a bit scary how much we had in common at times. Because we think a lot alike. We're kind of on the same. He's like a Canadian version of me, honestly. Which
you really haven't.
Hopefully Darren kind of agrees. I don't. Hopefully that's not an insult to him. But I honestly I appreciate everything that Darren did for me. The last couple of weeks. Super humble guy, really, really humble. And also just a master of his craft. We did run to the bottom of these the lures. I'm going to show you what that looks like.
I've been setting them up real nice.
Megan's been setting them in front of us. That's what our table looks like at the moment. which makes me really happy. I'll stick around and talk as long as anybody wants to. I'm still having fun. Hopefully everybody else is having fun.
There's still people are really sticking around. Yeah, you guys are great.
There's as many people in here as there have been all chat. And to me personally, I think 13 people is more than I could have asked for. I'm super appreciative of everybody sticking around.
This is the one we're giving away. If you don't even like fishing, it makes a really pretty Christmas ornament.
Yeah. So here's the thing. I'm not exactly sure what I'm going to do. If I'm going to make small packages of lures out of these, maybe throw one of these in here, one of these in there, one of these in there, or if I'm going to be giving one to several different subscribers. Either way, it does benefit you to make sure that you've already subscribed. I know that I'm kind of preaching to the choir here because I'm pretty sure everybody already is subscribed to this channel who's watching.
Tell your friends.
But yeah, tell your friends. I'll probably make a Facebook post and something, and I'll probably give bonus points for sharing that post on Facebook as well. I'm not exactly sure I want to do that because I do want to reach as many people as I can. What I'll probably do is I'll make a special drawing for the 500 that have already subscribed. So I'm giving you kind of more than a fair shake, because really, honestly, it takes a lot more faith to subscribe to somebody who doesn't have a whole lot of subscribers, right? The more people see that they're getting to be larger, it's easier to click that subscribe button, right? So
see you, Keegan.
I want to be.
Have fun.
Yeah, thanks very much, Keegan, for stopping by. If you would, I'm headed out of Sheboygan. Just drop me a text. Tell me how the fishing is up there. I'll text you back. Not that it makes much difference when you're 50 miles away on that lake, but I am kind of curious how it's going out there. So just in case, we'll keep in touch. But I thank you very much for sticking around as long as you have. And I'm also very appreciative that you told me that you were leaving, because that way I know that you're out. So thanks very much for sticking around as long as you have. Steven Peterson, that's my dream, man, to get to 1,000 subscribers. A lot of things happen.
Even more.
Well,
the more the merrier.
Yeah, the more the merrier.
We like talking to you guys.
Yeah. I like how much of a community this is. And Steven has been here. He was I think just in there the first 100. I know that when he saw the 100 subscriber video that I put out, that's when he subscribed. And I'm really glad that he did. And that's become a really pretty good friendship as well. I'm glad I have that connection. And I hope I can help you out as much as what you've helped me out, Steven, at some point. Not that I hope you need help. It's just that I hope I can be there for you when if you ever need anything. So
any ideas for future lives too?
Yeah,
this is fun.
Yeah, if you have any ideas, just drop them in. Also, I'm kind of curious. I want to do more live stuff. One idea that I have is just maybe post to some different Facebook groups and maybe see if anybody's interested in some other, just a Q&A type of thing. But I'm really appreciative that you stuck around as long as you have, Bob. Thanks again, Ryan. Ryan and I go way back. I know I mentioned this earlier.
Siblings.
We used to be. Hey, Jesse's Outdoors says that we hit 500 because he says
he's the
500th. Boom, Jesse. Thank you very much. I knew we could do it. That's so exciting.
High passion for hunting and fishing.
Yes, Rocco. This guy, Rocco. Darren told me.
Now it's getting really interesting.
Rocco told me that, or Darren told me Rocco is a huge into supporting different channels, especially smaller hunting and fishing channels. And you're a great guy, Rocco, for doing that. I've checked out a lot of your videos lately. Very sick editing skills on that Lake Ontario salmon fishing, where you caught 2 big king salmon with Darren. And then also get that elk. That elk hunt was sweet, dude. So if you're here, you're wondering, what are some channels to check out? Passion for Hunting and Fishing is a good one. He does a lot of support streams and stuff for people, especially for smaller channels, and has some great content on there. I don't know a ton about him. I do know that he's a barber, and that he's got a passion for hunting and fishing, just like his name says. Going to live stream soon. Oh yeah, great. Definitely rep your stuff, man. And if you're still here when I get done, make sure you check out Rocco's as well.
We could do a live of cutting a fish.
Yeah, that would be a good thing, like a live catch and cook. Well,
that would be
catch,
too long.
Clean and cook. Yeah,
just me cutting it because it would be terrible.
Cleaning it, I'm not like YouTube is weird about like showing blood and guts and gore and stuff like that. I'm not sure how they. I'm
see a lot of that if I cut a fish. I cut a fish once.
So, I don't want to talk about subscribers forever. However, the subscribers are important because once you reach 1,000,
I saw that, Bob.
Things
That's interesting.
Things unlock for you. Like you get a whole new tab in YouTube. You get to live stream from a mobile device, which I don't have access to yet. On that community tab, you can share out other people's videos, which right now I can't do. Like Darren shares out my videos because, and I'd love to support him back by sharing those on my community tab because they're easy to see. But I can't do that yet because I haven't hit my 1,000 mark yet. I'm doing really well on watch time though, really, really well. And luckily the last couple of videos that I've had have gotten over 1,000 views.
Oh, okay.
So that's exciting and people are really interested in the like content, but I do want to get to that 1,000 subscribers. There's no doubt. Like that's definitely my goal right now. Once I'm there, who knows, maybe I'll have a goal of 2,000 or maybe it'll be, I don't know. I like updating and seeing that I have one more than the last time that I looked. It gets to be addicting, but it does kind of get me excited about it because I like the sense of community that we have here. Let's make 1,000. Nice. I definitely hope to be there sometime, Rocco. I know you're definitely well ahead of where I am. I definitely like to be to that point at some time. First things first, like I've got the 500. I'm really excited about that. Excited about doing the giveaway. So I actually missed the comment. I think more channels should do live so there's more of a Q&A and better explanations and questions. Hey, I'm glad that you like this type of forum, Andrew. I know that we had kind of disconnected for a while, and I'm really glad that we connected again through this type of thing. Seems like you're really interested in fishing, and I'm glad that you are. And I'm glad that I can share any bit of knowledge that I can with anybody, honestly. I believe that you are kind of more like just getting started in fishing, and the questions that you ask are just fantastic. I've even learned stuff from you already, and that's the really cool thing. Yeah, silver play button. Yeah. I don't know about that. That's not to say it wouldn't be cool. Like that would be cool, but it's really hard to even think about right now. Like that's not even on my mind. It's not even like cross the radar or anything. So,
you'll get there.
No,
you're passionate.
I really highly doubt it. No,
you knock yourself too
no.
much.
Well, I mean,
you
don't understand. Like that's,
you're fun to watch.
I don't know about. Anyway, yeah, 100,000 subs. It actually, Stephen, it actually does. It's very unusual. Like I can see really good analytics of everything, but yes, the more you watch a video, like every single view counts. And actually the amount of time that you spend watching counts. So if you click on a video and you watch for 10 seconds and then you realize, oh, that's not the video that I was looking for, and you click off of it, that lowers the percentage of time in your analytics. That's not a big deal to me, man. Like, and everybody here, honestly, if you click on a video that you hate, don't let me waste your time. Like that's the honest to goodness truth. Like I do not want to be a time waster. Like if you don't like my content, don't watch it. Like find another video that might be for you, because I really honestly don't want to waste your time doing this. I want to bring entertainment and education to everybody.
Put me in more
Hopefully,
videos.
yeah. I think Megan, the videos that Megan's in typically do a little bit better because it kind of.
I'm newer and I ask questions more and you teach more. And I love fishing, but I learn a lot about it from you.
Yeah.
It makes me love it more.
The other thing is, Stephen, when somebody watches a couple times, like I can see how many views a video gets, and then I can also see how many unique viewers are watching each video. So the last video that I did, I believe, had something like 2,500 views on it, and it reached 2,100 people. So those are real people who clicked the button to watch the video.
Oh, Darren.
What's this? When are we going to see you? Oh.
You did that? Oh, Ozzy.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
Oh, no.
I've really been not motivated. I don't know why. I think because I let them get to be like over a week old, and now they're just sitting. I'm like, I always think like, oh, I'll get to that one. I'll get to that one. I'll get to that one. And I also got a little bit hung up on doing more salmon stuff. And then I did that project for a neighbor. So that took a little bit of time. I really honestly meant to get to all of those videos yesterday and today, but I've got 5 videos from Canada that I need to edit, and it's a little bit overwhelming. And I know that you know how that feels because you had all those videos from your trip down in the US. The difference is you got to them. And at the moment, I'm not getting to mine. I do have to get those. My real goal, what I really want to have happen, is that I have all 5 of those videos go up on 5 separate days that I'm in North Carolina, so I can have my channel keep rolling without me having to do anything. I can just set them up to kind of take care of themselves, and I don't have to worry about it when I'm on vacation. But
David thinks that I should make fishing videos.
Yeah. Well, yeah, I think Megan should start her own channel, honestly, because I think she'd get far more.
I don't even know what to do. Yeah. I wouldn't even know what to do.
I think you just, I don't know.
Just go out there and fish and just be like, I'm going to use this little jigger to do this thing with it. And I call you half the time and be like, I don't know what I'm doing.
Yeah. Andy just asked a really great question. What would be the best way to start salmon fishing on the Great Lakes, on Lake Michigan? And I would have to say, personally, if I were to start salmon fishing on Lake Michigan, I would start pier fishing. It's very difficult and it takes a lot of time. But if you do put in your time, you can be rewarded handsomely. It's a lot more rewarding to catch a fish off the pier than it is with a boat, because it's just one line that you're casting over and over again. You can also set lines as well. I believe Sheboygan Fishing Guy, Sheboygan Fishing Guy, one of those 2 channels, has a lot of really fantastic pier fishing content. So Andrew, if you want to check out some of his videos, those would be some good places to start for that. Figuring out how to soak alewaves on the bottom. I'd like to make a video on that. And I've gotten into contact with him as well, but he's somewhat hard to reach. So that's content I definitely want to get to everybody, but it's a bit tricky at the moment. So if you don't see it this year, know that I'm working on it. I haven't given that too much thought yet, but I would say start out with pier fishing. And as long as the water is cold, that's your biggest key for fishing the pier. As long as the water is cold. Honestly, here's a little secret right now. I honestly believe the fishing would be pretty decent off the piers at the moment.
It's warm.
It's okay. Yeah. It's warmer than people want to try, but I think it's honestly okay. I think people are missing out on maybe a little bit of a bite. real close to the piers.
I think Darren needs a special friend in his life. He's done 5 videos this week.
That's rigged, and let them teach you. Yeah, I mean, Ryan, that's a great point. That's with all fishing. The best thing that you can do is go with someone who's experienced. However, it's not always realistic, right? You don't always have that opportunity. Like I don't do a whole lot of river bass fishing, and I know that you do. And at the moment, our schedules haven't been really connecting. But the other thing is that even if you don't know what you're doing, a lot of times just trying will pay off for you. It's really intimidating to not know what you're doing and to go and give it a try. And I guess Darren's trip with me would be a real testament to that. We didn't know what we were doing on Clearwater Lake in Manitoba, and I would say we hammered some lake trout. So we just got out there, and you really honestly just have to get after it sometimes. Just going and trying will pay off. Fish really surprise you, because you could think that the conditions are 100% incorrect, and there's still going to be a hungry fish somewhere in your vicinity. Whether it eats or not, it's crazy. I'll give this as an example. One time I was in Mexico, and I was fishing off a pier down there, and I didn't know what I was doing at all. I put on a piece of squid like this. I was using little chunks at first, and I really wasn't catching anything. I just put on a piece of squid like this, casted it out. I was bringing it back, and all of a sudden this head like this comes up. And just like, I'm like, what on earth is that? It like, I didn't catch that fish, but I guarantee you I spent a whole lot more time there. Like, I didn't expect to see that fish. Like, seriously, its head was like this big. Like, its mouth was open, and it was trailing that piece of squid. I could have seriously caught a humongous fish. Like, I guarantee you nobody on that pier had seen anything like that recently, but I bet nobody's ever even tried like a big full piece of squid off that pier. It was basically a jetty. If anybody's been to the jetties in Sheboygan, it was no longer than that. I was just casting off the end of it and saw that monstrous head. So
questioning what Ryan said there, targeting stupid fish. Aren't all fish kind of stupid fish?
They don't have a very big brain.
Or is there one that you feel is smart? Or it's like, man, that fish outsmarted me. Or,
the bigger a fish is, the less likely you are to get them. Well,
because sometimes you'll say, you get a fish on the line, and then they make runs towards the boat because it's like, wow, that's a really smart move.
That's instinctual. Yeah, you got a point about that. Yeah, they've got that instinct that they're just going to create as much chaos as they can, right? Like, they know something is wrong. I wouldn't say that's.
Yeah, it's probably terrible.
It's maybe an innate intelligence, but it's not. I don't know. Honestly, like, this isn't like, I love chasing fish. I don't necessarily. I'm not bashing fish or anything like that, but I do not believe fish are particularly smart. You don't catch the big ones as often just because there's not as many of them. It takes a lot. Like, the wild is survival all the time. There's no protecting. Like, when you see a fish in a tank that gets big, that's because it doesn't have anything to get away from all the time, right? So you're not going to have you're not going to have all those fish surviving until adulthood. Definitely not until they're trophies. So do I think fish are smart? They're trying to survive, right? Like, survival is a thing.
So it's
right?
like survival of the fittest.
Yeah. I mean, fish are good at what they do. Like, they've
Well,
survived.
I know some fish are uglier, so I didn't know if that made a difference. The uglier the fish, the smarter. I don't know. Maybe they study more.
So anyway, I don't know. Do we want to, if anybody's got any kind of last questions or whatever?
Almost an hour and a half. Wow.
Yeah, you've stuck around for a long time.
We're
Seriously,
entertaining.
Yeah, I appreciate it. No doubt. Like, thank you so much, everyone, for real, because it helps a lot. As I stream, even, like, this all counts for my watch time. So we're about an hour and a half in, and I know I have over 10 people that whole time. So that counts for like 15 hours of watch time. That's pretty good.
You guys rock.
Yeah. So,
if you have any suggestions for lives, like you want to see me just butcher a fish, like we can make it happen.
Yeah.
We're really bad at it.
Yeah.
I did it one time.
So
it was slimier than I thought it would be, which was kind of stupid for me to
think.
Like,
I told Megan that the first fish that she would fillet would be a sucker. And I don't know if that was a good thing.
Singing karaoke. Thing. Yes. We were just talking about that.
Yeah.
You and me go fishing in the dark.
Yeah. What's the one that I like to do? Save a horse, ride a cowboy. That's a good one. And when the sun goes down, I think that's Kenny Chesney. Anyway, that's not fishing related, man. Oh yeah, Ryan's seen it. You've seen it, man. Black Eyed Peas are a big fan. I'm a big fan of.
You're a big fan of you.
Black Eyed Peas are a big fan of schools out fishing.
Maybe one day.
Yeah. What was it? Tonight's going to be a good night. Tried filleting crappie today. Glad you're still in here, Anna. Did you just pop back in? I can't believe you've watched this whole time. You were the first comment, actually.
We're good background noise.
Harder than it looks. Yeah, she's probably cleaning or whatever. I don't know. She probably had my tab open and muted, and then she's probably watching a deer meat for dinner video on the side.
I should comment just to make it look like I'm still around.
Yeah.
No.
I was here the whole time. Anyway, it doesn't matter. I'm glad that you're here. And again, like if I'm not entertaining you, don't stick around.
We totally are.
Yeah. Well, I was on something else. What was I talking about? Anyway. Karaoke. That's not fishing. So
you can karaoke while you fish.
I actually, in addition to the 5 Canada videos, I also have a crayfish. Steven. Thanks for sticking around, Steven. I'm sorry I kind of made it kind of like be open-ended with this. I don't really know how long.
How'd you know, Anna?
It's already longer than I was going to stick around. Looks like a lot of people kind of want to get to bed. It is about 10 o'clock.
Yeah,
and I think it's great for us to sign off now. Thank you so much for sticking around. You have no idea how much I appreciate that. Everybody here is a true friend of mine. If anybody wants to watch a little bit more fishing discussion, head on over to Passion for Hunting and Fishing. I know he's got a live going, and I'm sure there'll be some great topics discussed there as well. So we're going to sign off. Thank you so much for sticking around. I hope you have a really great evening. God bless everybody here.
Bye.
Still, and it gives me another screen.
Yeah, come on. We got it.